In this video, I will test another strategy for trading. When the price surpasses yesterday's highest price and creates a range there, we place a buy limit order at the low of the range. And when the price falls below yesterday's lowest price, creates a range there, we place a sell limit order at the high of the range. Our take profit point will be at the low or high of this range. Hey everyone, I'm Sepide. I'm a programmer with a passion for trading. I'm here to test different strategies for Forex, crypto, and the stock market. Together, we'll figure out what works, what doesn't, and hopefully discover a reliable strategy for our trading. In each video, I'll create an expert advisor for a strategy and test it using data from the past years. If you find these videos helpful, please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. I've created an expert advisor for this and I want to run it so we can see how does it perform. So you can see when the price goes above the yesterday's highest price. Here's the blue line is the highest price of the yesterday, and creates a bound range above it. It opens a buy position at the low of the range and closes above the range. Here again it closes here, and another range is detected above the previous one, and it's opened another buy and closes above the range bound. And here the blue line is the lowest price of the yesterday, and price falls below it and creates a range here. It will open a sell position above the range and closes below it. It triggered stop loss here. This is how the strategy works. Let's see the performance of this strategy in the past years. I will test it on Euro for 2023. It had 100% profit for M5 chart. I will test it on M15. It had 25% profit for 15-minute chart. I will test it for M30. It had 70% profit for M30. I will test it on 1 hour. So it doesn't work for hourly chart. I will test it on 1 minute. So the best result was for 5 minutes. I will test it for other years. It had minus 92% for 2022. I will test it for 2021. So it didn't work for 2021 too, and it had 64% loss. I will test it on gold for 2023. It had 13% for profit for gold 5-minute chart. I will test it for 2022. It had minus 30% loss for 2022. I will test it for 2021. It had minus 14 for 2021, so it didn't work for 2021 and 2022. I will test it on pound. It has minus 57% for pound 2021. I will test other time frames. It has 5% profit for 2021 in M15. 2023 had minus 60% for M5. I will test it on other time frames. Minus 50 for M15, so it didn't work on pound too. Now I changed the code to open positions in specific hours. That is from 4 to 8 p.m. That is 1 hour after New York session is opened. And from 11 to 2, that is 1 hour after the London session is opened, and from 3 to 5 a.m. that is 1 hour after Tokyo session is opened. It's because there is the most volume in the market in that hours. So let's test it for 2023. We had 46% profit for 2023. So you can see positions are only open during the hours that I have specified, and no positions are opened at any other times. We had 46% profit in 5-minute chart. I will test on 15. We had minus 4% for M15. I will test it on M30. We had 15% profit for M30. So the best result was for 5 minutes, and I will test it for 2022. So for 2022 it didn't work and it had 65% loss. I will test it for 2021. It has minus 80% for 2021, so it just worked for 2023. Now I changed another thing in the code. I had put that the bound range should be the lowest or highest in current day. So price hadn't been above or below this range, because that might open position in reverse and cause loss. Now I removed this part, so anywhere above or below we have a bound range, it will open positions. So let's see how it works. I'll test it for 2023. You can see here price went down and a little bit above it creates our bound range and it opened sell position, but in previous one it wouldn't open position here. It had 25% profit for 2023. Let's test it for 2022. So it didn't work for 2022. I will test it for 2021. For 2021 it didn't work too. I will test it on gold. It had minus 62% for gold. So if the range is shaped in above or in highest or lowest of the current day, it will work better. Now I changed the code, so it will open just one buy position and one sell position in a day. And if a range detected in above or below the previous one, it won't open any other position. It just open one buy and one sell. I'll test it on gold. It had 4% loss for gold. I'll test it on euro. It had minus 6%. So if we open positions on every range that we find, it will have better results. The next thing I want to test is that if the candle that is breaking the high and low has a body bigger than 200 points and then a range is created, there be open position, because that might be a sign that there's a big power trying to push prices up or down. It had 8% profit, so the previous version was working better. Now I changed the candle body to be more than 100 points. I will test it on gold. It had 2% loss. Now I change the code to check the breaking candle to be in 15-minute chart, and the range is created in smaller time frame like 5-minute or 1-minute chart. First I will test it on 5-minute chart, so it will check the range in 5 minutes and the breaking candle in 15-minute chart. So here we can see here we had the lowest price of the yesterday, and it checks in 15-minute chart that there's a candle that breaks this level, and then it checks in 5-minute chart that there's a range there after that candle, and then puts a limit order there. It had 20% loss. I will try it on euro. It had 54% loss. I will test it on M1, so it will detect the range in M1 chart and the breaking candle in M15. It had minus 90%. So here we can see we have a range in 5-minute chart, and then and it checks in 15-minute chart that it was a candle breaking in 15-minute chart, and after that there's a range in 5-minute chart. Now I changed the code to check the breaking candle to be in 30-minute chart. So if there's a candle in M30 that breaks the high and low, then it checks the range in smaller time frames. I will test 5 minutes and 1 minute, and then it opens the position. First I will test it on M5, so it searches for a range in M5 and the breaking candle in M30. As you can see, it checks the M30 chart that there's a candle that breaks previous day's prices, and after that it checks 5-minute chart that there's a range there, and it opened a buy and check profit. It was triggered. It has 38% loss. I will test it on M15, so it checks the 15-minute chart to find the range. It had 44% loss. I will test it on M1. It had 89% loss. I will test it for gold. It had 95% loss. I will test it on M5. It had 21% loss. So this strategy also doesn't work all the time. If you have any idea to improve it, I will be glad to know and I will try it. And in the next video I will test another strategy, which is break and reject previous day's range. So if the price breaks previous day's range and we reject it and returns to previous range, then we enter the market. I will show you a part of this backtest so you can see how does it exactly work and opening positions. So if you're interested, you can watch till the end. Thanks for watching.